Hello wizards, how are you doing today? Today I'm going to share with you how you can trust your intuition more in your spiritual ascension journey, right? So I got asked this question from one of my students that how you can trust your intuition more and what stops us from trusting our intuition and what we can do about it. So in the ascension journey that we are on, it's so much important that we start connecting with our inner guidance system. I always talk about in wizard consciousness, we connect with our inner guidance system, our inner GPS, which is acting 24/7, our own state of being guiding us so that we can make the most harmonious choices so that we can live our purpose, align with our life purpose timeline, you know, do all that matters to us that we came here to do our mission, right? Now, in order to do that, in order to have our life purpose journey, we need to trust our intuition because as I mentioned, your intuition is your own inner guidance system, right? Now, what stops us from connecting with our intuition is trust. And this is what I want to give to you so that you can start trusting your intuition more from today. So in order to give you how you can trust your intuition more, I have to share it with you what trust is about. Okay, that is, trust is a vulnerability. Okay, and vulnerability is not bad. Okay, vulnerability, when you maybe sometimes when people hear about it, they think, oh, it's weakness, it's all sorts of stuff. No, it's not. Vulnerability is a spiritual quality. Vulnerability essentially means openness. It's an embrace. If you want to embrace somebody for real, then you have to become open. You have to become vulnerable. If you want to love somebody, if you want to give somebody to something, you have to become open. If you want to receive something for somebody or from life itself, you again have to become open. Vulnerability is an embrace. It's openness. Without openness, you cannot receive. That is what vulnerability is. Why am I talking about vulnerability all of a sudden? It's because in order to trust your intuition, your own inner guidance system, you have to open up. You have to become vulnerable to yourself. Okay, otherwise you can't tap into this source of tremendous guidance that is residing right within you. Okay, it's because trust is vulnerability. You're asking how you can trust more on your inner guidance. See what trust is. Trust is becoming vulnerable, trusting knowing that you do not know what's going to happen. For example, a relationship. Okay, when you enter a relationship, a romantic relationship, okay, or a business relationship, or any relationship whatsoever, you will see that that relationship only happens, that connection, which is all relationship is about, a connection between two, right? They become one, right? That connection happens because one becomes open, one becomes vulnerable from taking, giving, and receiving from each other, that thing. And that openness cannot come if you are not vulnerable. Cannot come. It will be fake. Can you have a relationship with anybody, any anybody, even with your pet, okay, without being vulnerable, without allowing it to affect you? No, you cannot, right? Vulnerability is what trust is about. Trust equals vulnerability. If you are not ready to open up to a certain experience, you if you are not ready to walk the path of not knowing, you cannot receive that connection that the relationship is about. Same goes with your inner guidance. Connecting with your inner guidance is like creating a relationship with you and your higher self. So your higher self probably wants to guide you with so many ways, in so many ways. But if you are not going to be able to trust your higher guidance, you are not going to receive any of it. Even if you're receiving it, you're not going to be able to act on it. And if you're not going to be able to act on your inner guidance, what is the point of having a higher self? What is the point of having an inner guidance system? Absolutely useless. So it's like a car. Okay, it's like a car. If you have a car and if you have a GPS, maybe you have a car with the most sophisticated GPS in the whole world. Okay, you have the best GPS, the most, high tech stuff. I'm just saying. And the GPS, see how it works. The GPS is all about, it knows more than you. Okay, it knows how to arrive at your destinations in the least time, in the, the most effectively, most efficiently. But let's say you put your destination in the GPS, and now the GPS voice is telling you as you're driving, take a left turn, and you're like, you know what, I don't trust you, so I'm not going to listen to you, I'm going to take a right turn. And then the GPS voice comes and says, now you go straight, and you're like, I don't trust you, I'm going to go left. And guess what, maybe you arrive at your destination, maybe you don't, but definitely it's not the most effective journey because it took you a long time, and you missed out the entire experience of arriving quickly at your destination because you didn't listen to your GPS, right? So what happens every time you enter your car, every time you listen to that voice of the GPS and trust that, what you are doing is you're opening up to life. You're like, you know what, I'm going to trust this and see where it takes me. And maybe after 15 minutes, 30 minutes, when you arrive at your destination or you find yourself moving towards the destination, more or less quickly, you realize, yes, this is actually working out. So trust is not blind faith. Trust is not blind faith on something and hoping that it will work out. Trust is feedback. Okay, when you are listening to your GPS, you are like, you know what, I'm going to give you an opportunity. I am going to open up for the next 30 minutes. I'm going to be vulnerable to you and what you have to give to me for the next 30 minutes. And if it works out, then fantastic. Otherwise, you won't. I will not listen to that GPS anymore. And as it works out, you trust more and more, and you trust more and more. And that is all that is about the journey. You connect with your card GPS, right? Now it makes sense. Similarly, as you are going about life, as you are arriving at your destination, and the destination is essentially just one, moving to higher and higher levels of harmony, because that's all it's about. All the ascension journey is about moving to higher stages of harmony. When the inner GPS, when your intuition guides you, when you receive the guidance of your intuition in form of resonances, in forms of inspiration, I have an entire free course on inner guidance system. Check that out. Visit my playlist. There are free courses connecting with your inner guidance system, and you will see that in your inner guidance guides you in forms of so many ways. And when you receive that guidance in forms of inspiration, in forms of resonances, in forms of, your state of being contracting and relaxing as you go about making choices, you will find yourself arriving at this juncture that, what am I going to do? Am I going to follow my inspiration? Am I going to follow where my heart wants to go or not? That is the choice. You have free will. Okay, and this is where trust comes in. Trust is about opening up to your inner guidance, knowing that you don't know where it will take you, knowing that you don't know how it is working. You don't know how the GPS is working, do you? You don't. Similarly, you cannot know what your higher guidance can see because it's happening on an entirely different dimension. It's happening on an entirely different level, which you cannot see from the 3D context that you're seeing life from. From the linear mind, you cannot perceive the guidance of your, or understand the guidance of your higher mind. That's what makes it higher, for Christ's sake, you see, because it's higher from you. And it's like it's seeing from a bird's eye view of things, right? So it knows. So when it guides you, it doesn't make sense. But that is where the trust comes. You see, if you can trust and if you allow yourself just this, that, you know what, I am going to trust my inner guidance for a few days, maybe for a day, or maybe for an hour, or maybe for a few days or 7 days, and see where my life goes. That is it. It's not blind faith. I am going to come back and see where my life goes if I follow my heart. If I notice my inner harmony levels have gone up, because that's what it matters. You see, always in wizard consciousness, I just focus on this, your inner harmony. If you notice your inner harmony levels are going up, that means that my inner guidance system, my intuition is taking me to the right direction. If I notice my inner harmony levels are dropping, that means, it's definitely not working. And I can choose to not follow my intuition. That is the point. You have free will. There is no thing as you should trust your intuition. You must trust your intuition. You have to. There's no such thing like that. Okay? You have free will. You can choose or choose not to. Okay? Receive the feedback. Allow your GPS to work for you, for Christ's sake, right? That is what it is about. And if it does not work for you, you can leave it. Okay? It's really that. It's really that simple. Okay? So if your question is how you can trust your intuition more, my answer is just this. Become vulnerable. Become open. And play with your inner guidance. Allow yourself to follow your heart. Do the things that your inner intuition is asking you to do, and come back and take feedback after a few days and see where your life has become, what your inner harmony levels are reflecting. If it has improved, you just know. You just know it has worked. And you'll be able to trust it more and more and more. It's a relationship. You will never know how it works. You cannot control it. Control is not trusting. Trusting is vulnerability. It's opposite to controlling. Okay, mind you this. So all that you want is to know that in being vulnerable to my own higher self, my life will get better. This is all that you want to do. This is all that you want to know. And you don't want to control things anyways. Okay, so be vulnerable and play with your intuition and see what magical things happen. Okay, and once you see the feedback, it will become so much easier to trust even more, and you will explore the depths of your inner guidance system. Okay, so if you want to connect with your inner guidance system, I am actually going to do a masterclass, a 90 minutes free masterclass on how to live magically and allow abundance in wizard consciousness, where I'm going to personally teach you directly in that masterclass, going to give you the tools to access your inner guidance system, your own inner GPS, right? And the masterclass is happening on this week, on this Saturday or Sunday. You can check the exact date and the day and the time. Link will be in the description. Sign up for my masterclass, and once you sign up, I'll be able to teach you all these things directly. In the masterclass, I'm also going to give a big discounts on the 4-week wizard initiation program that I'm creating right now. It's only for those who attend the masterclass in full. So if you want to have that discount on my program, to attend the masterclass. And the coolest thing about the masterclass is that I will be able to interact with you. I will be able to take your questions so that you can move forward in your journey harmoniously, right? So sign up for my masterclass. Link is in the description. And if you have not already, give a like to this video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel so that you can receive all my content when I release them. And I also have a Facebook group where I'm really active and I share a ton of content. Join my group. It's for light workers and spiritual souls only. You have to answer the 3-member joining questions to join the group. Link will be in the description, right? So have fun, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.